Hot Shots looks at a movie. Amelia is the story of Amelia Earhart, the first woman to perform a number of flying accomplishments in the 20s and 30s, and she's played stunningly by two-time Academy Award winner Hilary Swank. Unfortunately, if the film were a jet airplane, it would have to be called a flameout, whereas everyone involved with it and many in the audience were hoping that it would soar to wonderful and exciting heights. Part of the reason is that we know how the story ends, and so there's hardly any suspense at all. Another part is the construction of the film. It jumps back and forth in time and setting without warning, so that the audience is disoriented along with being dissatisfied. As a matter of fact, the opening scene takes place in June 1937 in Miami, Florida, at the beginning of Earhart's ill-fated attempt to be the first woman to fly around the world. Then we jump back to April 1928 in New York City and see the preparations for Earhart's first flight across the Atlantic Ocean, in which she didn't fly the airplane but was just a passenger, although she was named the commander of the flight over two men who did the actual flying. Now, some of these jumps are identified by titles for the audience, but others aren't, and scenes from Earhart's final flight keep being thrown into the somewhat chronological story at this point. We see Earhart's relationship with publisher and promoter George Putnam, played by Richard Gere, and the first time he asks her to marry him, she says, "I don't want to get married, George. I'm not the marrying